What's going on, guys? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear, and today we are going to be taking a look at this beautiful knife. This is the Twosun TS 229. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, everybody. First things first, this knife is provided to the channel by a great friend of mine. You know him as Justin from Tier 1 Gear and EDC Reviews. I will have, my camera's all kind of messed up here. I will have him linked down below. You are more than likely a subscriber of him already, but if you are not, definitely go down below, click on his YouTube link, and subscribe to his channel because he is one awesome dude, has a great selection of knives, great collection, great taste, and yeah, he also has a really good Instagram page as well, so I will also link that down below. What do we got here? Holy moly, is this thing cool. Now, I did an unboxing of this knife because he sent quite a few others, and boy, was I pretty excited for this one. The Twosun TS 229. Twosun is a company that I've had a few in hand, and some of their designs, this is a Jerry Jelly design, and you know, there's quite a few people that design for them, but Jerry does a lot with them, and some of their designs are just really polarizing and just look really cool. Others, I'm like, eh. This one, however, is one of their newer ones, and holy moly, was I drawn to it. Just look at this wicked-looking knife. I mean, this thing is classy. I'm hitting the camera again. Sorry about that. Classy, yet sleek, and just really, really cool. Yeah, I am so impressed with this knife. Now, this is, like I said, one of their newer releases. It is a front flipper, as you can see. But it also has a fuller in the blade, so you can middle finger flick this guy, and you can do it with ease if I'm not doing it underneath the camera. So a couple of ways to deploy this knife, which I really, really love. The fit and finish is just excellent. We are working with titanium and carbon fiber. Look at the carbon fiber inlay, and as you can see, the carbon fiber inlay is not inset. It's actually a little bit proud all the way around. And it is amazing, you know, the quality of the carbon fiber, both sides, just really, really nice fit and finish. Twosun, man, I'm telling you, for the price, yeah, I know, guys, it's a China-made knife. Some guys, that is a deal breaker. That's fine. But holy moly, do they do some really good work. It might take you a little while to find one to get it to you, but man, most of the ones that I have had in hand have really impressed me. Look at this cool backspacer that doesn't just go back here, but it actually wraps around. That is super cool. Just the intricate milling that they have going on with the titanium all the way around it. Cool pivot. You know, big spacing on the jimping for the front flipper. Look at that milling. Awesome pocket clip. Doesn't sit deep carry, but it does carry very, very well. It's a little thin in there for maybe some thicker pants, but I like the way they did the pocket clip. I think it looks good, functions well. So yeah, really digging this knife. Now, of course, as a front flipper, works really amazingly. The action on this guy is buttery smooth. I mean, just look at this. Hits on my nail, and just a little shaky. Boom. So really, like, butter smooth. It locks up like a bank vault and is that smooth. I really can't complain. Now, you know, it flips out really good with the front flipper and the middle finger flick. However, I kind of wish the detent was just a tad bit stronger. To me, it feels a little bit weak, but it really doesn't play too much of a factor because it deploys fine. It's just I almost like to hear that that really big click, kind of like that. But it's just whenever I'm going out of here, it's a little bit weak. But it's not something that I really can complain about. It just feels that way to me. Maybe it is just me. I don't really know. This blade is just a freaking gorgeous shape, man. And it is 14C 28-inch steel, which a lot of times, from what I understand, Twosun does that with some of their newer designs, where they'll make a version like this, full titanium carbon fiber, 14C 28-inch steel, and then if it takes off and does well, they'll start making them M390. I think that would be killer. That would be amazing. I love M390, and this knife in M390 would, well, it's great either way, because 14C28N I think is a fine steel, but just with the premium materials on this end, an M390 blade I think would be just money. This thing as it sits right now is, like, I think a awesome value. Like $125 the way it sits right now. Damn right. I think that is a wonderful value, and if you are looking for a premium knife, especially like a really cool front flippers, man, is something that you have to get used to, but man, are they fun. I mean, they're just really fun once you start getting used to it. So, how does this thing feel in hand? Well, it's kind of a chunky guy, which I like. It feels my hand really well. The jimping, of course, is great. The angle in which my hand sits on this blade feels like it really can do a lot of work. It feels good. However, this little area here, I almost wish they would have just kind of not cut it, this little piece right here, but kind of made it just a little swoop, and not this little point. The reason I say that is because, yeah, I can kind of feel that. My forward finger goes here, and then as you can see, my third finger goes right on that point whenever I'm wrapping around it. So that is kind of pokey. It's not a huge deal unless I was doing some major work with this knife, which, of course, I don't usually do a lot of heavy use with my knives. Anyway, if I do have something I'm going to do heavy use for, I have particular knives that I use for that. This would not be one of them. However, it is very sturdy, very well built, and it could probably handle it. It's just that one spot for my hand size and where this finger lands on that little point right there, I can see being a problem if I had to do some work. If I'm just doing regular EDC tasks, even processing cardboard or something like that, it does not bother me as bad as I thought it would, but it is something that is there. So that's ergonomically, that's really the only complaint that I have. You got a little bit of jimping here on the back spacer, which you really can't feel unless you're bearing down. The reverse grip is okay because of this pointy area. It's not ideal, which I don't use the reverse grip a lot, guys. But I like the fullness of this blade, the shape and the size. It really is my cup of tea. If they would have rounded this off a little bit more, or even made it flat instead of pointy, it definitely would have made it a little bit smaller. But I think with most people's grip, and if you're going to round this off, I don't know, you could use this as a little pummel. Maybe, but because it doesn't really bother me. However, in like a reverse grip, that's the only time that I'm like, hey, I kind of wish this was flat or rounded right here. So not a huge deal. Oh man, this thing was so much fun to carry. What is this thing as far as specs? So we do have about an 8.43 inch long knife. It does have a 3.31 inch blade. Sorry, I can't talk. And it is about 150,000 stick stock, which comes down to about 20,000 behind the edge on this main bevel here. It cuts really well. It is very, very sharp. I am not sure if this thing has been sharpened since it has been bought, but it is really, really sharp. It does get a little bit thicker around here because you do have that other bevel, that other grind that comes up for this really cool Tonto kind of. The Tonto has belly, almost kind of like the Chavez that I have. I don't have it with me right now because Lefty EDC's got that knife, but it kind of reminds me of that. I wish this was a hollow grind because that would be freaking sweet, but it works really well. But if this was a hollow grind with that flat Tonto, it would be really close to what the Chavez grinds are, which I absolutely love. I really, really love that knife, and these grinds kind of remind me of it. If they'd have done the hollow on it, yeah, woo! Oh boy, that would be cool. So with an 8.43 inch blade, what does it look like against some of the staples? Here it is against the Spyderco PM2. Pretty similar. This one's got it by just a tiny little bit, and then of course your Para 3. So definitely a larger knife, full-size knife. I wouldn't really call it a large knife compared to what I like and carry around sometimes, but it's definitely a full-size knife. I do have one other front flipper in front of me right now. We will compare it to another titanium carbon fiber front flipper. This is the Artisan Cutlery Centauri. They are pretty similar. This one's got it by just a hair, but as you can see, there's the carbon fiber on the Twosun. There's the carbon fiber on the artisan cutlery. Just, you know, really, really nice. You have very slight micro milling on this one, so very comparable. However, this is about $125. This one was about a $200 knife, S35VN still though, so you got to remember that. And the action on the artisan cutlery Centauri is just really one of the best as far as a fall shut like nothing. I mean, it drops like crazy. There is no resistance on this guy. So if you like drop shuttiness, then this is definitely a good one to look at. It is a beautiful knife, and I've really enjoyed having it. My only front flipper as of right now, because I got rid of some of my other ones, it's because I do like it this much. But yeah, this is definitely one that I would carry a lot. And one of the reasons is because this one, I can do the middle finger flick when I want to and do the front flip. So the fact that it has two deployment methods really makes me happy and wanted me to keep this in the pocket a lot more because I had so much fun with it. The action's good. I could do the front flip, the reverse flick, and it was just an all-day fidget, just wonderfulness. And I really, really liked that. Let's see if we can get a good shot of Bria. So there you see the Jerry Jelly design. Then you see the 14C28N. The billboarding on this knife is not bad at all. Very small font. And then on this side, all you have is the Twosun logo inside of the fuller. I think that is just a wonderful spot, wonderful way to do it. And all in all, this knife is awesome. I really, really hope that they bring this knife out in M390. If they do that, more than likely I will purchase this thing. I don't know. I do have a really nice front flipper coming that, you know, you'll see whenever it gets here, you know, with the way UPS is going right now. I'm filming this, you know, about a week before Christmas 2020, and the post office sucks major donkey something. So yeah, it really is horrible. Got packages out there and I'm getting so frustrated that we're supposed to be here like 2 weeks ago. So yeah. Anyways, my rant over for that. I really, really like this knife. I really appreciate Justin for sending this along and letting me take a look at it because I absolutely love it. I want to say that he actually bought this knife from the Knife Whisperer, which is, he's also got a review on it up on his channel. Really cool guy. So, yep, this is the, I guess this would be, he's the second owner. I have not found any of these in stock right now, so I'm assuming they'll come back out pretty soon, but I didn't find any before I made this video, and I was kind of sad. I was like, man, yeah, because I know when people see this, I bet you there's going to be a lot of people that want to just kind of jump on it for 125 bucks. Yes! Yes! That is for sure. So anyways, guys, thank you for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to see more. We got a lot more coming. I'm waiting on some of that stuff to come in to do my top knives of 2020, and it's driving me crazy because I really wanted to get that out of the way, but I haven't been able to do it. But anyways, guys, I love you all. Stay safe in this crazy world that we are living in, and we will see you in the next one.